Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I'm back at John Lennon Airport here in Liverpool, about to embark a Ryanair flight over to Dublin in Ireland. But first of all, can I just thank each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel, and of course for the lovely comments. I do try and answer each and every one of the comments. If I don't answer you, I will give you a like or a heart, just to say that I have acknowledged the comment and I have read the comment. Talking about subscriptions, I have noticed that only 7% of my viewers have subscribed to the channel. That means 93% are watching the videos and haven't subscribed for one reason or another. The only thing I can think of is the fact that you actually see the word subscribe, and you probably think subscription, that means a charge. YouTube is free. To subscribe, it's absolutely free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and then you are part of the channel. There are memberships which are totally different to subscriptions. I do have two memberships. One will cost you £2.99. That means you get yourself you get yourself some stickers and some emojis that you can use in your comments, which only the people who subscribe can have them. And then there's a £3.99 charge, which means you get the stickers and the emojis. Plus, though, with the £3.99, you do get your name of your YouTube, whatever name you have on YouTube, you get put in the end credits of every video that I do for the future. So your name will keep coming up at the very end credits of every video from now onwards, from the moment you subscribe. The subscription fees goes towards the running costs of the channel. It does help towards the growth. So if you do want to become a member, hit the join button. You can cancel any time. Two memberships, a £2.99 and a £3.99 one. As I said, the first one, you get yourself some stickers. I think there's 7 or 8 stickers which are colour coded, that grow with each month as you become a longer member, and you get these special emojis that you can use as well. And then the second membership is a £3.99 membership, which means you get the same as what I've just told you, but this time your channel name will be, as I said, in the credits at the very end of every video from now onwards. So yes, talking about travelling, I have a Virgin passport, brand new passport, not used, so I'm going to use that today for the first time. So my mission today in Dublin was to just have a little wander around to see what was going on, but then I thought that's a little bit boring. I've done that loads of times. I've been over to Dublin a few times and just walked around, so I thought, no, do you know what, I'm going to set myself a challenge. So I'm going to list here 10 things that I'm going to try and find in Dublin. Some I've got a rough idea where they are, the others I haven't got a clue. The 10 are, now they're not in any particular order, so I won't be finding these in the order they are on the list. I'll just find them as I'm wandering around. The Spire of Dublin, Halfpenny Bridge, Temple Bar. Now when I say Temple Bar is actually the area where there's a load of pubs, and each pub is called Temple Bar, believe it or not. Every pub jumps on the name Temple Bar. But I'm going to try and find the main Temple Bar public house, which is the big red one. Oscar Wilde's birthplace, which is his blue plaque on the house, if I remember. There is a blue plaque. I'm going to try and find Oscar Wilde's home, his actual birthplace. The statue of Oscar Wilde, which is in a park, somewhere in a park, I know it's there. The oldest pub in Dublin, called the Brazen Head. Mollymalone statue. I looked for this last time I was in Dublin 2 or 3 years back, and I knew where it was, and when I got there I was told it'd been moved, so I couldn't find it. So I'm hoping to find it today. Another statue I've never seen before, which is Lynott statue, so I'm going to try and find that. And finally, Dublin Castle, the grounds of Dublin Castle. Now that's a little bit of a mission to do because I'm only here a few hours, to be honest with you. By the time I get there, I've got to come back as well today. So during the hours while I'm in Dublin, 10 things to do: Spire of Dublin, Halfpenny Bridge, Temple Bar, Trinity College, Oscar Wilde's birthplace, Oscar Wilde's statue, the oldest pub in Dublin, Mollymalone statue, Phillynott statue, and Dublin Castle. And I'm made up because brand new passport, it's a virgin passport, never been used before, so time to use that one. So as I said, wish me luck. I'm off to Dublin. I'll see you when we land. So flight journey around about 35 minutes, they say 55 minutes, but it's always about 35. So we should land roughly around about 8:30, between 8:30 and 20 to 9. Right, that was quick coming through security there, immigration into Dublin. Hats off to the staff there. 6 desks working, and the e-desks were working as well, which normally you'd either have one or the other, but hats off to all the staff here in Dublin. A lot of planes landing, but we all got through very quick. Just been to WH Smith's, where I normally get my LEAP tickets, which is for the bus. I haven't been here for a few years now, but it used to be the 16 bus that took you into Dublin, and you buy a LEAP ticket, which is a day return one, called LEAP, L-E-A-P, and I normally buy it at WH Smith's. I've just been there, and unfortunately they're sold out, but I've just been told that if we go through into the second terminal, there is another shop that sells the tickets, so hopefully they will have them available. I'm just going to check now as I go into this second terminal. Right, I was right. Number 16 bus, it hasn't changed. Still the same bus. You have to go through the second terminal. As you come out of Dublin Airport, you go across Terminal 2 and straight across the road you'll see the number 16 bus stop. Got myself a ticket. Return ticket for the day was €2.60. It's usually about 40 minutes into the city centre, depending on traffic. A little bit of a tip, make sure you do get a ticket before you get on the bus. Get the ticket in the shop before you actually get on the bus. The reason for that is it's cost me €2.60. That's return, for the return ticket. They do take cash. The driver will take cash, euros off you, but unfortunately you hand in a €10 note and it's €1.60. You don't get no change. They do not give any change out, so make sure you purchase the ticket before you get on the bus. Right, so I've arrived in the centre of Dublin. I'm on one of the most popular streets here in Dublin, it's O'Connell Street. And that list that I showed you before, I'm not going to do it in any particular order. I'm hoping to tick off the 10 places that I want to visit today, gradually one by one, hopefully fitting them all in. But I don't have to look too far for the very first one, which is the Spire of Dublin, because it's right in front of me. The spire itself stands at a height of 120 metres, roughly 390 foot, has several names, known as the Dublin Spire, also the Monument of Light, and the locals have several nicknames for it, including the Stiffy on the Liffey. Now, I tried to find out on the internet when the Dublin Spire was erected, but there are conflicting dates on the internet. It stated it was completed for the millennium, so I gather 2000, but then when you read about it, it says it wasn't fully completed until 2004. So if we have any historians on from Dublin, or anyone who knows the correct date, please put down below what date was the Dublin Spire erected on O'Connell Street. If anyone knows the correct date, let me know. As I said, conflicting on the internet, it said it was done for the millennium, but then when you read further down or read further into it, it states it was 2004. So please put down in the comments if you do know the correct date. Before that monument was actually put in place, a long time ago, back in the 60s, stood another monument known as Nelson's Pillar, but that was bombed by the IRA back in 1966. Been on the road since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's now 10:15. So I think it's time for a bite to eat. So that's the first one off my list. Here we go, on O'Connell Street, the Dublin Spire. So the next stop is Dublin Castle. I'm just making my way through. So let me show you around the grounds of Dublin Castle. So there you have the grounds of Dublin Castle. Tick. Right, well, I'm hoping the weather holds out today. It's okay so far, it's cloudy, but they said there was going to be showers today. I'm making it my mission today. One statue I want to go for, and I've got to find it, is Mollymalone's statue. Last time I was here, we went to the site where, according to the internet, she stands, and apparently she'd been moved. So we couldn't find the last time we were here, so I'm going to make it my mission this time to find Molly Malone's statue.
Yesterday, believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say.
So there you go, the brand new home of Molly Malone. She did used to be on this site. We're on the corner of Grafton Street, and just about there is where Molly Malone's statue used to stand. Right, so that's another one done. Next, I think I'll do Trinity College.
See that crow up in the sky? He don't crow, no, he just fly.
Right, just taking a walk down one of the main shopping streets here in Dublin, which is Grafton Street. Heading towards Trinity College, which is at the very bottom. I can see it in the distance. It's getting warm. I'm glad the weather's staying off. It did forecast showers today, so fingers crossed it will stay off. So, Harry Street. Harry Street, I'm sure that's where Lynott statue is. Yep. So I've stumbled across one. Instead of searching for it, I have to go back. It's hid behind these vans. I just noticed that street there, Harry Street. And he's hiding in the corner, there he is, behind the vans. There we go. So there you go, the statue of Lynott, whatever way you want to say it. Right, so there you have another one ticked off the list. The statue of Lynott or Lynott. By the way, if you go over to my sister channel, which is Interesting Places, you can have a look at the grave of Lynott. I was here 6 months, maybe even 9 months ago, and I went, I can't even think where I went, it's getting warm. I visited Lynott's grave. It was in a thunderstorm. It was the worst weather ever. So if you look on my sister channel on Interesting Places, you will see the final resting place of Lynott. Right, let's move on. Right, so there you have the grounds of Trinity College done. Moving on now, another one ticked. Moving on now, I've got to go right out of Dublin City now for our next destination, which is the birthplace of Oscar Wilde. It's not the birthplace of Oscar Wilde, it's the house that his parents moved to. Oscar was only a couple of months old when they moved here back in 1855. So this really was sort of the first house that Oscar Wilde ever lived in. Number 1, Merrion Square. Right, so there you have another one ticked off the list. Poet and dramatist Oscar Wilde's home. Now, I did say on the list that I want to visit his statue. I don't have that far to go because it's just straight across the road in a little park area in Merrion Square. Another box ticked, Oscar Wilde's statue. Moving on again. Gotta go this time now right across the other side of the Liffey, over to the oldest pub in Dublin, the Brazen Head. Well, this wasn't on my list. I've stumbled across this building on the way across the city. Number 24, the Merrion. And it's the birthplace of the first Duke of Wellington. Birthplace of the first Duke of Wellington, 1769 to 1852. The son of the Earl of Mornington. Here's another one of Paul's tips. Use Google Maps if you're ever abroad. I've just walked and walked for the last 25 minutes to the Brazen Head, which is the next one on my list, in the direction that I thought it was in. And I've just realised when I put Google Maps on, I am, or was, 3 kilometres away from the Brazen Head in the wrong direction. So I've just had to walk them 3 kilometres back again. And I've eventually found the oldest pub. It claims to be the oldest pub in Ireland. I'm not 100% certain if it is. I'm sure there's an older pub, but this one is claiming to be the oldest pub in Ireland. I think it's the oldest pub definitely in Dublin. Another one for you, put down in the comments. Is this the oldest pub in Ireland or the oldest pub in Dublin? Let me turn you around. Claiming on the wall there, the Brazen Head, Ireland's oldest pub, established 1198. Is it the oldest pub in Ireland? I'm not 100% certain. Please put down in the comments if you know of an older pub in Ireland. Well, right behind me has to be one of Dublin's most famous landmarks, the Halfpenny Bridge. Originally called the Halfpenny Bridge, but known now as the Liffey Bridge. It's constructed of cast iron. The cast iron was made in Shropshire back in the UK and was imported over to Dublin back in 1816. The bridge itself was erected in May 1816. The bridge stands at 141 feet long, 12 foot wide and 11 foot high. Can't believe I've made it. The last box to tick on the list, Temple Bar. And the reason why I'm pointing like this is because this area is known as Temple Bar. All the pubs have the words Temple Bar under the title. It's basically to drag in tourists thinking that they're actually at the main Temple Bar, and they're not, because there is only one pub that is Temple Bar, and that's the big red one behind me. Has the words right across it. Forget all the other ones that have little names under it. They're not the proper pub. This is the main Temple Bar here in this area. And I'm just looking now, I've got about an hour left to go before I have to make my way back to Dublin Airport for my flight back to the UK. So I'm going to pop in for a quick drink, and that's bringing this video to a close. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Of course, hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please hit it, because it does help the channel grow. And of course, hit that notification bell. Without that notification bell, you won't know when the next video is coming up. And please leave a comment. Have you been to Dublin? Have you been to Temple Bar? What do you think of the prices in Dublin? I'm saying no more. I'm going to love you and leave you. From me, Paul, at Who Knows Where. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Opposite.